all, I want to congratulate you with your new release. It's a debut. Can you tell me a little bit of the journey leading up to this release?
Yeah. First of all, thank you very much. And yeah, the journey has been quite long, to be frank. I think Warfare was started in 2012, around that time. We recorded and released demo in 2013, and after that it was live, moving around different cities, and then when I finally ended up here in where I live now in Tampere, I finally got a chance to get the real crew together and start making music. I'm basically now the only founding member left.
So it's a lot of changes. How did it work in the studio for you?
Uh, it was actually no problem at all, since this new crew has meshed together quite well. We've been playing a couple of years together. We played a few gigs, well, multiple gigs to be honest, but I think we meshed together really well. At first, our way of working was a bit haphazard. We hadn't gotten it down yet. Well, mostly it was like I made a song, or well, the framework of a song to be fair, and then I'd bring it to the rehearsal room. Everyone gets to critique it and kind of crush it basically, and then we'd work on it, improve it, how we see fit. Mm, I already forgot the question, but
how, how did it work for you in the studio to record all this?
ah, I'd say curiously enough, everyone was also so experienced in recording. Um, I can reveal it that I have a degree in music technology, and I had the chance to get get my peer from our studies, Juhis Kauppinen, to work as our recording engineer in the studio, and that was amazing experience. And our drummer Julius, basically, when we went to studio, our recording engineer was quite scared that we had only 2 days for drums. He was sweating that. Then when Julius got in, started drumming, and nailed the first song in one take, he was like, "Okay, I think we don't really need this many days even."
That's good. That's good.
So everything. Then we recorded everything. We recorded drums in studio, and like any modern band, we recorded our guitars, bass, keyboards at home, and then vocals at the studio again.
Yeah.
So everything worked out quite well. I'm actually surprised.
Ah. I think you released an EP in 2017, and that's quite some time in between with this release. If you think of people who have heard that first EP and kind of have followed you a bit through the years, where do you think they will be most surprised when they listen to this one?
That the mixing quality has improved, and the songs are now good.
That should not be a surprise that people progress.
Okay, to be fair, the EP was my, so to say, graduation work
Mm.
from my studies. And back then it was just me and our keyboardist Tuomas who were in the band. And everyone else was session musician.
Ah.
And let's just say if I were to do that EP again, I would do it very differently. We actually, one of the songs, Alla tähden jäätyneen, we, for a couple of years, we played that live, but we recomposed it. It was we thought it was somewhat slow, somewhat boring, so we made it more powerful, more energetic, more like our current style. And let's see, maybe we'll play it again someday.
Well, you know, all these big famous bands, they always like to go back to the first release to surprise people. So let's look at a couple of the songs on this one. I think let's start with Heron Crown, which was the latest single. What can you tell me about this track?
This is basically our album is a concept album. It tells a whole story from with an ending, middle, a beginning, middle, and end. I got those mixed up. And this song came to life because at some point we realized that our story had no beginning. At first, it began from the song as the portents foretold, and that felt a bit abrupt. So we got the idea. We need a real intro, real song that sets the scene, sets the stakes, sets up the story itself. And then well, I created like 3 versions of this song, and the finished one is the one I finished it when I got I think pneumonia, and I was like totally out of this world. And I realized, hey, I have free time. Now I can finish this song. And a couple of days later, when the fog was finally lifting, I checked it out, and oh damn, this is a song. This is a decent song.
All right. It ended up as a single, so definitely one you grabbed the attention with from people, I guess. If you look at the song Bereaver, I thought it was quite interesting, and then it kind of builds a lot of tension. What can you tell me about that one?
That one was a collaboration between I and Mira, our bassist and co-writer on this album. Okay, to be fair, Mira is no longer playing with us. She had to move to different things, but she was still the co-writer on this album and played the bass here. This was our collaboration song, with Mira starting the idea that there needs to be something more dirty, more aggressive, slower, and more evil on this album. And this was her basic idea. Then I took it and I changed quite a lot of things, and I realized that there's the intro riff, for example, the main riff. I love that one, but in the original song, that wasn't featured. It was featured only once in the song. So I thought this has to be repeated. And overall, thematically, this song is basically the point where our protagonist has, well, he has committed a deed. He has slain his brother. The warband is returning home, and he's basically high on the success. He's so happy, so joyous that, yes, I did it. And everyone else is looking at like, but they cannot yet do anything about it. I actually like the chorus one. It's wonderful playing it live when everyone's shouting, yeah!
It's good if you have some song that always brings the energy.
It was the idea for the chorus and that shouting was that we wanted to emulate the situation where the new chieftain, our protagonist, is proclaiming himself, and then everyone is just like, yeah, hail to the new chief, yeah. And still, everyone is suspicious about that.
All right. You released Brother Slayer like 4 years ago, I think. It was a single. Now it's also in the album. What lays behind this track?
This is how will I say it, linchpin of this album. This is all that started this thing. I got I got this idea of two brothers fighting in a snow clearing in the forest. I'm not sure when I got it, but it was so clear an idea that this is pretty fucking awesome for a Mel song. I apologize for my we need some beeps and here. Yeah, I thought it was an awesome idea, and it came from the Finnish poem called Brother Slayer. And I had the idea that yeah, maybe I could expand this story, expand this poem. What was the origin of this poem? How would it go further? And we also, the reason we released this single again was that we felt that this song is kinda something easy to digest for first-time listeners. It's something that can draw first-time listeners easily in, and then they can go and check Believer or The Gates or the more complex songs.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. And you also made a video for it, I saw.
Yeah, somewhat amateurish, but I love those slightly less refined videos, and I'm hoping we can do more.
Yeah, I saw you also did a couple of the lyric videos. How did you make those, with the game or something? Or?
I have those lyric videos. For for Heron Crown, I think we had some kind of. I admit it was combination of AI generated images
Mm.
and a lot of editing, a lot of rigging. It it took a long while to make. I find it weird that people are saying, yeah, AI using AI is easy and no effort. Damn, it was horrible effort to create all those images to make them fit the story. Oh. But I do realize what they mean by that. Um, the lyric videos we had, they're they're the images admittedly are AI created, but we simply couldn't make the images in time. Our artist who made this, my background, for example, the album cover artwork, was simply so swamped with work.
You have also the song "March Through the Endless Snow," which I thought was such a Finnish song title. You also released it a little bit before. Can you tell me a little bit about this one?
Yeah, the original. We had a music video for the original one too, and this I think we released it in. When did we release it? In 2020, I
Yeah, I think so.
thank you. Because someone remembers the years. This was the we basic first we had Brother Slayer and March as our before we had finished the album. We thought that we'd pre-record them for the album because well the reason was because they are just kick-ass songs and they were part of the whole. And it just felt natural to include them since they are part of the whole story. We we didn't release a new single for that because we thought that the previous single and the music video were they didn't need upgrading, so to say. They didn't need remixing. I mean the previous release is a bit rougher. It's a it could use some things, but I kinda like that one. I'm always fan of the more raw recordings.
Nice. If you look at the tracks of this release, which one did you enjoy playing live best?
Wow, that's a tough one. Why do you ask so tough questions?
I'm I'm a journalist.
That's your job. Wonderful. Hmm. Now I really need some time to think. I do love playing March through the Endless Snow because, first of all, I get to play the awesome riff. The it's always fun song, and it gets blood pumping. It's energetic. It's fun to play live. And there's the C part, the solo part that everything slows down. Then we get the mosh around heavily. It's wonderful. I love that one.
Okay, okay. Um, if you look at this album now, do you see the story as completed, or do you plan to make a trilogy out of it? Maybe.
I personally I view this one as complete.
Mm.
All the characters are more or less gone, and the theme of the album was to that basically that there are people living, they do things, and they leave a legacy after them, and that legacy may turn into myth or story or whatever it may turn into. So I consider this one and done.
Okay. Do you have any future shows coming up right now to bring this album to the people?
Yeah, we already have a couple of dates locked for next year, but we're working on a small Finnish tour, at least, for the spring, and hopefully we'll get to do some summer festivals, and hopefully in the winter we'll get some gigs in the neighboring countries at least. Hopefully we can get that done.
Okay, sounds good. The last question I will ask you is: do you have a Christmas wish or some wisdom to share with the world?
Christmas wish. Hold on, let me look at outside. Yes, I would very much like some snow here.
You didn't have what yet?
No, we had some snow for a moment and then it melted down again.
Oh.
So please bring me a snowy winter Christmas.
That's nice. It's so strange that the snow comes so late nowadays.
Yep. Do you get any snow there?
Last week we had a little bit in one day. Basically, in the afternoon it was gone, but we had a good layer in the morning.
Yay! You had
Yeah.
some. You
Yeah.
got in the mood.
Yeah,
mean,
definitely.
And looking at your room, you have wonderful Christmas mood already.
Yeah, it's a Christmas series after all.
True enough, true enough.
Yeah. No, it's like I used to live in Tampere in like 2007 or so, and I remember the first day of snow was October 6th.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so yeah, times are changing.
Yep, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I can still wear shorts at this time of the year, but I still want that cold, snappy winter breeze.
All right.
Plus, like one idea got to my mind when we are recording the March Through the Endless Snow's music video. We didn't have enough snow here. It's
no.
ridiculous. We're a Finnish band. We're about snow, winter, and darkness. We didn't have enough snow. We had to add some by CGI. It was horrible.
Yeah. Well, maybe for Christmas it will be snow at least.
Let's hope so. So far, it has pretty much always been. Let's hope it'll be so again.
Yes, let's hope that. Now, I have no further questions, so I want to thank you for your time. And hopefully we'll see someone on the road.
Thank you very much. This was a pleasure. I very much enjoyed this, and hopefully we can see you on the tour at least, or maybe during the next album.
We'll see. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and
And
have a good day.
good day.